So let's talk about motivation for the class. This is basically the class that we wish we'd had when starting out. Startups are huge, and Stanford is the epicenter of Silicon Valley. But you don't actually learn how to start a company at Stanford. It's just something you sort of pick up by osmosis from the people around you. And part of the reason for this is that academia, even though we love it, it teaches the details of black boxes, not how they fit together. It teaches how to solve problems, but not necessarily what problems are valuable to solve. Very, very frequently we've seen this over and over again. First year grad students in PhD programs and fresh graduates of undergrad computer science programs don't really know how to ship production code. This is a kind of an amusing graphic over here, and one of the most interesting parts is spoke to a developer friend and heard about software testing for the first time. Now you're going to hear about that before you actually get into your PhD or into your major project. Scaling a startup is a lot like scaling a research lab in the following sense. You start hiring new engineers once you start getting money and funding or revenue, which is even better. But those new engineers weren't taught how to code in college, so the first 3 months are spent training them while you're paying their student loans. Scaling a research lab, very similar problem, except with first year grad students. And the purpose of this class is basically to go upstream and communicate some of these useful concepts up front, so that we can train these grad students who'd otherwise code for up to 6 years without knowing software engineering. It's going to be a relatively challenging course. There's no speed limit in a startup. There's a lot of JavaScript related material, but there's no curve, and in theory everyone can get a grade of 100%. So that's kind of the motivations behind the course, and we'd love to have you involved.